now that I'm done getting set up, you guys can stop stalling. Okay.
This is stalling.
Yeah, so we're gonna pick up now at where we left off last time, which was at the just after
barracks,
the
right?
trial that we were doing.
Yeah.
So you all retired to the barracks with Rhea, and you're just kind of like left sitting for a little while. So what do you all do while that's happening? You're alone. There's like guards standing outside, more sorrow bringers.
Trying to whisper to the group. So if we have to run, what's the best direction to go in?
Outside.
Well, I mean, like, is there a specific exit that might be easier to exit out of?
I
feel like I would have unique knowledge about this. Is there a specific exit that would be easier for us to exit out of?
Why, yes. You know that the back exit of the trial chamber leads to a set of corridors that you know that you can eventually get to the back part of the monastery a bit quicker than if you went out the front way.
Leista, that's a really good idea. There's this back exit that leads through a set of corridors out the back of the trial area. So I think that's where we should go because it'll be a little bit easier to protect us as we're retreating.
Right.
It's narrow and there's not a lot of openings that filter into there.
Say, Rhea, can
Yes?
your fellow monks run as fast as you can?
Well, I'm pretty quick, but yeah, some of them are as quick as me, and even the ones that are a little bit slower than me are like still pretty fast. Like, I know you guys are like pretty fast. I'm not trying to say that you guys aren't fast, but they might be faster than you though.
My running days are long behind me.
I just need to have enough distance to run and then either disappear in a crowd or otherwise hide. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get away.
What if it doesn't end all bad, though? You know, what if they just say, you're free to go, Rhea?
Well, then we'll look back on this and laugh. Better to plan for the worst.
Say, if that's the situation, then we don't need to plan, and I'll gladly accept it when it comes.
Right? Let's not run if they decide I'm not in trouble. Let's stay in that scenario. Let's just let the chips fall where they may. However, if they decide I am in trouble, then maybe we should run. I don't want them to apprehend us. We have so much that we need to accomplish with looks around, leans in close and whispers, the ritual.
Why they would try to apprehend all of us. And, I don't know, you seem...
Well, they might.
I can't see why they would find you
even if
guilty
they
after what we just
if
said
they
in there.
aren't trying to apprehend all of us, we still don't want them to apprehend Rhea.
It's an all hands on deck situation.
And this is probably going to be our best opportunity to spring her, as it were.
Yes.
But are you ready to run away from all this, Rhea?
Well, I mean, I think the option is they're kicking her out or detaining her or something, or she's free to go. I think they're the ones that get to decide.
Yeah, couldn't kicking her out just mean they just say leave? That's it?
It could. It could also mean re-education.
What do you mean by re-education? She's already grown.
Yes. Sometimes people need to relearn the lessons they've been taught in order for them to sink in properly. If possible, I would like to make...
Well, based off of what they were saying in there, they were definitely trying to give the impression that Rhea is unstable. Which isn't true, obviously.
Small smile at Leista.
Is anyone really stable?
Certainly not those chemicals you like to play around with.
So,
well, most of them are very stable in their default states. It's just when you agitate them a little bit that Milo will stop.
So our plan, for worst case scenario, if things go well and Rhea is told to leave, or we're just allowed to walk free because they saw reason. Worst case scenario, if we do have to run, Leicester, you said you can throw up a fog cloud?
Yes.
All right. That should disorient the rest of them. We all just agree to head to that back corridor that Rhea pointed out and meet up there, and then we all run away.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll be lost and confused long enough to give us a bit of a head start.
Okay. So,
I can also make something look like Rhea and run the opposite direction.
Oh, that's a really good suggestion.
That's a great addition, Ewan. That might be definitely needed.
Yeah, I think you mean Dimitri.
I do mean Dimitri. Wow, it's been a while since I slipped that one out.
What a great character.
Which name did you say?
Mewin.
Mew. Ah.
Wrong game.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So you all kind of have your plans together, and Monica, who's been standing outside, just kind of stands in the doorway and solemnly motions for you to come with her. You all return back through the hallways of the monastery, and you can just kind of like feel the tension in the air. People are whispering as you start to pass them, and then as you like turn to look at them, they just stop and go silent, kind of looking ashamed. But you eventually make it
Themselves or of us?
of themselves for like whatever they were saying. It's kind of like you got caught gossiping. So you make your way back to the trial chamber, and you actually notice that it's a little bit more crowded than it was previously. Apparently word spread during the long break. That was like, half hour-ish. But pretty soon, people begin to file back in to the front area. That was the place where, Vanguard Growl was sitting and all that stuff. And processions resume. Yes, we had a lot to discuss back there. There were many uncertainties in this trial. In a somewhat unusual ruling, we were unable to ascertain to a standard that we were satisfied with the true guilt of Rhea Sagekin.
Hang on.
good, right?
If you were unable to ascertain it, why are you using guilt by default?
Unfortunately, we cannot allow ourselves to have a potentially nefarious element in our midst. So until things clear up, if they ever clear up, unfortunately, Rhea, we are forced to banish you from the temple. There's just kind of like a silence hanging in the air.
I'll grab her hand and just hold it.
In addition, you will need to give up your temple name of Sagekin and instead take up the name Kinless. Modica, please escort her and her friends out of the building. Thank you.
I'm not
Bangs the
kinless, Rhea.
gavel.
I'm going to turn to look at her teacher. Just give her just the glare of a lifetime.
Okay, roll perception.
It
That
occurs to me
is
that I did not grab my dice. I'm going to
26.
go do that really quick. I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
You said 26?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
13 plus 13 is 26.
Yeah, you get the impression that she noticed you, but she's like intentionally kind of, averting her gaze. You all begin to file out of the trial chamber, and there's hushed whispering again. You can kind of like feel everybody's eyes on your back as you leave the chamber and make the long, slow walk out of the monastery. And Madoka and Kai and the other person that was accompanying them just kind of usher you out through the hallways and dump you out in front of the front gates of the monastery.
As we leave, as Ariel seems to be comforting Rhea, I'm going to keep a special eye out to make sure we're not followed away from the monastery.
Also on the way out, do we pass by the little shit?
Luciv?
Yeah.
No, so he was sitting behind the front area of the trial chambers, behind one of the people who are up there.
I just didn't know if, like,
Cool.
while everyone was shuffling out and while we were getting escorted out, if you passed by.
How hard would it be for me to memorize Luciv's face?
It would be not very. I will describe it for you in a short second. Doo-doo.
I am back, by the way.
Cool.
With dice now.
Yay.
Welcome back.
Dice are important
Dice are important.
for this game that
Because
we
if you
play.
don't have them, then, well, I guess gaming's no dice.
Ah,
Oh wow, I don't have a description for him. So, sure, yeah, he has kind of like a
He's got a real penis face.
kinda, yeah, like he has these really thick glasses, and he has kind of a thin face, and just, you know, kind of misshapen a little.
Like a dick.
Curves to the left.
Curves to the left, yeah.
I have glasses and my face curves to the left.
But do you have a
Some-
thin face?
Yeah, he also has short blonde hair and a bit of a beard, and she's wearing some headphones.
Green shirt.
Yeah, green shirt, yeah.
Likes to play Rangers.
That's Luciv.
At some point while we're walking, I'll
Gotta
tell
remember
Rhea,
He also
Yeah.
goes by his other name sometimes. Joe.
Joe's short for Luciv. Okay, what are you doing, Dimitri?
just at some point, just talking to Rhea, just outside the tri-rooms, you know, kind of after we exit, and I'll just, like, well, Rhea, I'm sorry, kind of, it happened this way, but they said it's just temporary until things shape up, but, you know, you're just as much as, you know, you're everything you were yesterday, just right now. I don't think them stripping your title means you're any more or less anything. And tomorrow, I guess you'll be the same as you are today, which is what I hope for. So, you know, I know this is bad news and everything, but I think you're just, you know, you're better than your title and bigger than it or whatever. And you know, I don't think you can still do everything that you've been doing, you know, helping people and such. So, you know,
It's not just my title, they're my family. They took my name.
but
Well,
they said you were kinless, and that's not true.
So long as you're with us, you have family.
Yeah, well, you know, family doesn't need to be blood related. I've never had family that's blood related, so it's just kind of, you know, what you are when you are doing things with people for a while and you care. So yeah, that's all. I'm just sorry, but I don't really know how to say anything to that.
Thanks for trying to cheer me up.
While Dimitri is talking to Rhea, Milo's gonna do some quick finger talk at Piotr. That guy could use a new shadow.
okay, so Luciv did walk out the same exit. with you?
I don't know, but I'm gonna say to you in hand speak that guy needs a new shadow, hoping that he understands.
Oh, I was hoping he was whacking out the same way so I could trip him.
Well, if Lusa's walking out the same exit we are, or is going like,
Nah,
and we
he's walking
or
out
we
the
see him
back
at any
exit.
point? I'm sorry.
He's walking out the back exit.
I'm gonna kind of triangulate from where I heard Rhea describe stuff like that, and see if I can head him off at the back exit to the monastery.
Okay. I mean, he lives there, so.
Okay. He's not leaving or anything. Okay. Well, that's a bust. I'll meet back up with the others.
Okay. So, you all meet back after traveling with Giles in kind of, solemn silence. You all head back to the warehouse, and there to greet you is Satina and Sasha, and why am I so bad with names right now? Other guy who's been
Ananake?
saying-
Ethrin.
Ethrin, Ananake, yeah. So all four of them just kind of greet you and immediately pick up that something bad happened. Oh, honey, did something happen?
Something happened. I don't know if she'd like to talk. I don't know. How are you feeling, Rhea? Do you want to tell them, or should I? Or anyone else?
Rhea's going to. I think she has like one bottle of liquor that she's been like sharing with you and Satina every once in a while to feel cool, right?
Yep.
And she's going to take it out and just uncork it and take a big sip from it and hand it to you next, Dimitri, and look at Satina and say, I don't have a family anymore. I've been kicked out.
Take a swig and be like, well, you still have a family. I already told you that, and I'll pass it to Satina.
Oh, sounds like things didn't go well then. I'm sorry. Do you want to talk about it? Or
Not really.
okay.
Abby asking, when is the counter ritual that we're trying to pull off? Is
It's
it
tomorrow.
Great, cool. So, I want to drink my pain away, but that doesn't sound smart.
Well, about what time of day it is?
It is, so that whole thing took quite a bit of time. You were sitting around a lot. Things kind of moved at a slow pace. So between the traveling that you did earlier in the day and that whole ordeal, the sun's set and it's dark out. You'd say it's maybe like 5 or 6 p.m.
Okay. Us drinking and talking to Satina, I'll tell Rhea at one point. Hey, Rhea, there's something I kind of needed your help with. Do you mind meeting me on the roof, like, in a couple hours?
I don't have any plans.
Well,
Is a little drunk. Not too much. Has
alright,
no
well,
alcohol tolerance.
alright, well, I'll leave you two, but just meet me out up on the roof in like an hour and a half or something like that.
Okay. That's not mysterious at all.
No, I wanted to show you something I learned. So, and you see me go to like where I keep my magic stuff and like grab my book and I'm start taking some things up, climb the ladder and go up to the roof.
Okay.
As soon as you leave, I'm going to go over to Lysa and be like, Dimitri wants me to go on the roof in an hour and a half. What's that about?
I don't know, but if he tries to show you anything weird, feel free to holler. I will
He
come
said
immediately.
he wanted to show me something.
Oh,
If he shows you anything
what
too
he
weird, I'll
wants to
cut it
do.
off.
amazing. I'll go check with him to make sure that he's not going to do anything too uncouth.
Just, if you feel uncomfortable at all, just let us know, and we will make it less uncomfortable. Mostly
Thanks,
by
Lysa. And I'm going to punch you on the shoulder like friendly, but it's going to be slightly too hard. So it's going to kind of hurt a little.
Crit!
Arm pops off.
It's okay, she didn't cast Magic Fang on me.
If anything happens, just try and say the word daffodil really loud. Got it?
They are pretty flowers. This makes sense.
It's what we call a safe word.
But wait, aren't you supposed to say it when you're in danger?
There can be many kinds of danger.
Well, there's
And-
stranger danger,
That's
and
it.
like fire danger, and like
no, Sasha, I see your point.
flash
Why is it?
danger.
Why is it called a safe word when it's done when you're in danger?
So that you can tell people that you need to be brought to safety.
I feel like that's
danger
kind
word
of
sounds-
backwards,
And danger word sounds so much cooler.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever came up with that really needs to work on their branding.
I
You know-
turn to Piotr and roll my eyes and say, "We get it, Piotr. You're dangerous."
As he repels up onto
In character laugh.
You're smirking.
Satina. So Ymitri went up on the roof, right?
Yes.
Yes. Satina follows and just kind of like,
How soon after?
yeah. It's like, the length of that conversation, so like 2 or 3 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes.
You don't have to. You don't
yeah.
have to tell me, but you do tell Satina, and if it's anything worth,
No, I'll
relaying
tell Satina,
back.
I tell Satina exactly what I'm doing. She sees me kind of set up my book with my cipher is there, and I have a cover just in case it starts raining or something. I don't know.
Okay.
The DM wants to destroy my shit. But it looks like I'm setting up a small like ritual circle. And if she comes up and asks what I'm doing, I say,
Oh yeah, what's that?
it's something from the book.
You're not going to whip your dick
I'm
out, are
going
you?
to. I think I know how to send a message to Brandon somehow. But
Oh,
because Rhea said she talked to him and he escaped the monastery. I don't know if they told you that, but he got out. I don't know where he is or what he might be doing, so I thought I'd try this, and I thought I could use Rhea's help
Oh.
because that's some magic that uses brain power, so your brain's better than mine.
did something happen with Brandon? I thought he was at the monastery.
No, he escaped or something. They said they thought the whole trial was about. They thought that Rhea helped him escape and break out
Oh.
or something, but there was an
Oh
explosion.
well,
or
she would
something.
never do that.
That's what I told them, and we all said the same thing or along the same lines. But I don't know. I don't think those people really like her. I don't know how to tell her, but
Man,
it's just
what assholes!
yeah. And I feel like they've been that way for a very long time, and it's just the first time that she's seen it. Like I don't interact with them, but I've just seen the way she comes back from the meetings. Sometimes she's happy, but sometimes I don't know. It looks like they told her everything's going to shit. And I don't know. I just don't like
yeah,
it to see her sad.
I know what you mean. There was that one time, what was it, 2 weeks ago, when she came back, and yeah, I suppose I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to, she might be able to help me find or at least talk to Brandon or show him something. I wanted to show him, what I think this could all become, and I can't tell him in person, so I'll have to find him this way.
Okay, well,
You can...
hopefully he wants to be found. Anyways, I'll leave you to your preparations. She climbs back down the hatch onto the roof.
Cool.
I'll have you know I muted you during that because I didn't feel like I should know what you were talking about.
Fair.
Good.
Well, now
Yeah, I'm
I
up
feel
there
bad
until Rhea comes.
saying the thing I was about to say. But
He's fine.
before you go up to the roof, Yumitri,
Yeah.
do you mind if I take a look at your blade?
My sickle?
Yes.
Sure, it's down by my bedroll.
Thank you.
Just get my sickle only. Whatever you
Yes.
do.
Just don't cut yourself on it.
If you're going to poison it, you might want to poison his tentacle hands instead.
Can't do that.
Literally
Can't do
doesn't
that.
work. There's text.
Can poison a blade. Also, Piotr, if you have a blade, I'd like to see
Still
it for a
poisoned from
moment.
last time.
Oh, do you have any other ones?
I'll pull out a couple arrows and all of my knives.
Ian.
I mean, I
I can
have a
poison.
few.
I can poison 20 arrows as a batch.
Nice. Okay.
So, it just takes a while, but yeah, I'll take 20. I'll take a batch of your arrows.
He'll take
And
a
that's it.
batch of your arrows.
That sounds gross.
I'm gonna either burn some wood to make some ash, or otherwise just gather up some ash from Milo's stuff experiments. And I'm gonna mix it with some oil and some ink.
Okay.
Milo, in that conversation, I told you that I'm not providing the haste spell today because I'm doing something else, but you'll have it tomorrow morning to make the 3.
That's fine.
To be clear, I don't mean like stealing it from your components, Milo. I meant like, oh, is there a bit of ash left over from when he burned something and like obviously waste? Then I'll take it.
If you aren't getting the haste spell today, is there a primal spell you want?
I can't use
you
it
can't
for.
craft?
I have to use it. It has to be the same for the batch. So
Ah.
you just get one less out of the batch. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna apply a poison to some of Piotr's arrows and my knives and the sickle of
Sickle of
Dimitri.
Yumitri. That's what we're calling it now. Sickle of Yumitri.
The tentacle.
Dimitri's curved blade.
Yeah.
I prefer the tentacle.
My optimized damage option. Let me see.
It's pretty sick.
So, after things kind of settle down, Etherin goes over to Lysta. Excuse me, do you mind if you help me with some of the preparations for tomorrow outside?
No problem.
Okay. He takes you out to the kind of tanning area that's set up.
As they leave, I'm gonna look to Sasha and Satina and go, ooh.
Ah, she gonna get some.
Sasha!
I mean,
But I
sorry.
feel like Satina like
DJ.
nods and does a fist bump.
DJ, just spend too much time with him. Still hasn't worn off.
Spent
Okay.
so much time with who? What?
DJ.
DJ.
Oh. That bastard.
So, Lysta, what happened today?
Well, there are clearly parts of the monastery that are less than savory. They are blaming Rhea for the escape of 2 people that we brought to them. Why would we bring them there if we were going to help them escape? Literally makes 0 sense. From an objective point of view.
Yes, that is odd.
So they kicked her out of the monastery. They banished her.
Oh. And that's where she grew up, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, that's got to be really hard for her.
Trying to reassure her, but they also stripped her of her last name and told her that she has to go by kinless now. She's an extra low blow.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Anyways, about tomorrow. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I think I've got a few good spells lined up.
Okay. I guess I'm just concerned. The scene that I foresaw from Gael was grim,
Yes.
but hopefully through our combined strength we can overcome. But... and he puts his hand on your shoulder. If you do find yourself in a dangerous situation, please take care of yourself. I would be devastated if anything bad happened to you, especially on my account.
I'll keep watch over myself. We've got a good group of people here. And you stay safe too.
I'll try, although honestly most of that's going to be up to you five. You know, did I ever tell you that you were my favorite student back in the day?
No.
It feels a little odd saying that. I mean, you know, you're supposed to treat your students, keep them at arm's length almost, you know, not hold anyone above the other, but just your enthusiasm for, you know, the druidic arts, for nature, just really filled my day with light.
I have to say, you're my favorite teacher.
Well, I appreciate the compliment. He kind of looks like he is about to say something, but then just kind of like holds back. Abby!
There's an awkward heartbeat. Your faces get closer. Another beat.
If you let the moment pass, that'll be it for this scene, and we'll switch over to the next thing that happens.
I got to shout out chat.
Oh god, I missed it. What?
It was this great timing right when I looked.
Forever
I was
etched
like, oh, that was nice. Oh, that's
into history.
funny.
I'm going to grab his hand off my shoulder and like hold it in both my hands and just say, "You mean more to me than you know."
Thanks, although I almost feel like I don't deserve it. Then he kind of like looks away, kind of ashamed, and anyways, I need to get back to what I was doing. He gathers up some materials quietly and then goes back into the warehouse.
I'm gonna stand out there for a while longer.
Okay. Dimitri,
Yeah.
some time passes during your preparations, and then after a while, Rhea comes up onto the roof.
Hold on. She finds me just laying down, stargazing as they're starting to peek out the evening sky. Oh, Rhea, hey, how's it going? Wait, you didn't finish that bottle, did you?
No. No, but I didn't though. I can't drink that much.
Good. Well,
But I'm gonna pretend like I did.
Well, whatever. You can probably still help me. Here, this is what I wanted to show you. When I had an idea when you said that you went to see Brandon earlier today. I don't know, I'm not mad. just so you know, but I thought you could help me talk to him. I think I found a way out, not directly, but I can show him kind of what I've been thinking about recently, and I just kind of look up to the stars and go, I've been thinking about it a lot, about what I want, with all of this stuff going on. And
Like, what do you want for dinner?
no, well, yes, but I'm a bit hungry, but what I want after all of this, and I wanted to just show him, because I think that, well, talking to him didn't seem to work, so if I can show him exactly what I think everything could be, then he might, I don't know, listen for a second. But I thought, when I was thinking about that, I the future and such, every bit of it just, well, it had Brandon in it and such, but you were also there too, so I thought you might be able to help me, think of what exactly to send to him or show him. And this stuff here, I'll point out the ritual circle. It's not like, regular talking to people or anything. It'll appear in his dreams, so it could be like, an image or something too, or a combination of words and something he could see. So I wanted to show him the future that I had in mind. And I just wanted to, well, it's a spell that uses, a lot of mind power and such and thoughts. So I thought I could use your help with it to kind of, show him.
Okay.
So, just sit down right there, and then once I read this, we'll just sit down and hold hands, and all we need to do is just think together about what we want everything to be in the future, and then the next time he either goes to sleep, or if he's already asleep, it'll come to him in a dream. And I don't know if he'll know it's from us, but he'll see something that I want him to see before something could happen. So that's all. And
Okay.
I will cast the spell Dream Message over the next 10 minutes with Rhea at my side, holding her hands.
Okay.
And,
I do not
yeah.
have the implications of that spell offhand.
Yeah, it's literally just you send a message to your target's dream. It's one way. It's up to a minute of speech, but you can be like a described image as well. If they're asleep, it gets to them instantly. Otherwise, it gets to them the next time they go to sleep as a dream. Within the next, there is no time limit. It's just the next time they go to sleep. And I don't get any indication on whether he gets it right now or later, but I send it out.
Okay.
And it's pretty much just a dream of. It shows the city Aquila, and then it shows Madame Zylstra's, and both Rhea and I dressed in completely different clothes, slightly older. And the Madame Zylstra's looks completely cleaned up, fixed up, tidy. And then around the corner comes Brandon in clothes, and looks like he's there working as like either a mentor or is there helping out in some kind of capacity, and we're all working together and making the place,
front
the community
yard,
better.
there's a garden which helps provide fresh food for the kids that we keep there.
Lots of fruits and things.
There's running water, because ever since I learned that some people in the city have running water, I've been obsessed with it.
What if we went for a walk in the dream and the well in the center of Mulgrave is filled for once?
And the water looks clean.
And maybe even Brandon has a girlfriend or something too.
I know. You know that bakery that's across the street that's closed? Maybe that's open
Yeah.
again.
Of course, maybe his son came back in town and reopened it or something, and made this. The place used to make great pastries, and I throw the smell of pastries into the dream.
Oh my god, they smell so good.
And then once the 10 minutes is over, we'll just ease out of this 10-minute trance.
I'm gonna, towards the end, there's gonna be a slipped in part where I walk back to the monastery and they accept me again. Because that's on my mind.
Right on.
Okay.
Making
Yeah, it's a
Brandon
pleasant
feel
dream.
guilty.
And in that dream, Rhea and Ymitri are a pronounced couple as well. From his
Aw.
perspective.
Oh,
That's
Okay.
adorable.
I'll allow it. So you convey that image of a happy Aquila where the sun has risen and
Doesn't smell like
everything's
pee.
kind of
No.
right with the world. Yeah, it smells like bakery. We went over this.
Yeah.
I mean, they do use ammonia for cleaning, but
Dreams often leave out important details.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing really in the peripheral vision at all.
We
okay.
can't do anything. The city's
The
always
part
gonna
you
smell
can't
like
see, just to the left, is DJ
Yeah.
taking a piss.
Turn your head, smells like this. In front of you.
Okay.
Straight.
Um, You might have already described this, and maybe I missed it, but we'll say that the ritual to carry out this spell requires for Rhea to kind of participate and add in her own knowledge. You two kind of like putting your hands on the ritual circle on top of one another.
Yeah, we
Aw.
did some hand contact stuff. Nice.
That's what she said.
Once it's over,
hand on hand contact right there.
Doing
there's like
some-
no after effect to the spell, so it's just like, and that's it. So as soon as like our eyes open, I'll just look her in the eye and be like, and that's it. I don't know if it gets to him now or later, but he should receive that. And if anything, I just wanted him to know what things could be. So thank you.
I'm gonna hug Ymitri and just say it was so nice. Is that
Aw.
really
Back.
how you see the future?
Well, I don't know. It's just what I wanted. I don't know if it'll be, but I do know that I want you to be there. Whether your last name is Kinsless or whatever your actual last name was.
Sagekin?
Sagekin.
Wow, he doesn't
Oh,
even
Sage
know
can-
my last name. That hurts, you guys. Here I was starting to fall for him, and he doesn't even know my last name.
Whether you're Sagekin or Kinless or something entirely different then, but I just know you're there. And everyone else is too, but we could all go off on our different ways. I don't know, but I don't know. But I just hope you can just consider it for a moment, that's all.
Well, I liked it.
Well, let me help you finish that bottle, right? I've got a big day tomorrow, I think.
Okay, I'll take it out of my bag and hand it to you. And you notice that I only took like one more sip of it.
Oh, I thought you'd actually get halfway. I'm not going to help you finish this. We'll just, a couple of sips after tomorrow or something.
That's a good point. We'll drink it after we're successful tomorrow.
Right on.
Okay.
You want to hang on the roof for another hour or so?
Sure, it's nice up here.
Hang out Stargaze with Rhea for a little bit more.
It doesn't feel so bad not being able to go back to the monastery when you can look and see how big the sky is.
Okay. So that all happens, and you have a
light touches.
yeah.
It's
This-
mine!
Everything the starlight touches. You have a nice, long, quiet night. The city seems almost at peace right now. There's just kind of a quiet stillness over everything. There's like grasshoppers and cicadas chirping, and you hear some children playing in the distance, all that fun stuff. Eventually, all of you go to sleep.
So I do a bit of preparation before I go to sleep. It just involves like affixing one of those talismans, and that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I applied poisons to some stuff, but I think I already told you, so.
Yeah.
We have a big day tomorrow.
You all do that and then go to sleep, and before you know it, the big day has arrived. We're
This is
going
the plow?
to switch over to a map of the area Since you all scouted it out yesterday, I did not get that right. It goes to that one. Okay. I think if I make this any bigger for the people on Zoom, it's going to bork my computer again. So we're not going to do that. And instead, I suggest you, if you're at a computer, you go over to, what is it? The folder where we keep everything, all the assets and stuff, and then maps. And then there's a bunch called Rosewood Northern District or something like that.
So everyone but me.
You have a phone. I can, how can I make this bigger? Oh, I can open it on my computer, and then that'll work.
It's also pretty dang visible on stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that also works.
I can see it all right there.
Pull out the
Let's-
map.
Yeah, sorry, just bringing it up on my computer. So, basically, you have a couple of things going on. So at the center is the wet markets. That's, let me bring up my notes for this place.
That name bothers me.
Does
The
it make
moist
you
markets.
We
feel
only sell wet
wet?
things here.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a bustling market. It's not as big as the chromatic markets, which are elsewhere in the city, but they're kind of a big deal.
We're guessing they're not bustling today.
Yeah. The Stacks is kind of a private library type setup. So, you pay a membership fee and then you get access to all of their books, which focus largely on craftsmanship, although they have a bit of stuff from everything. So there's a lot of books on how do you properly treat wood, how do you, the chemical compositions of paint and stuff like that.
Is that a
woodworking
Terrence
techniques.
Terrace?
Yes. There's Terrence Terrace. That is a small cul-de-sac type thing that has a few well-known bars, including Bud's Drinking Hole.
I know which hole that is.
That's the bud hole.
You got my reference!
I love that show. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
It's so good. I can't help it.
Is this whole entire city like this?
I mean,
Terrence Terrace and Bud's Drinking Hole.
if I zoom in on an area, I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity.
So where is the ritual going to be taking place exactly on this?
So they're gathering in the
Also-
after crypts beneath the town, and Ethrin has indicated that the focal point is going to be the wet markets. So you all are going to be invading overland, but underland is where...
More important question. Is the Squeaky Bed Inn just like a sex hotel?
The Squeaky Bed Inn is a well-known inn with a dubious reputation.
So people go there for sex. Got it.
Another question. Can Malaman's necklace teleport multiple people?
I think he said one at a time before, but I don't know. You could try it.
Yes, it can. It'll require more time, but you can do that.
Okay, because I noticed some Malamans on the part of the map that is visible on stream, very slightly down from.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of the map is clipped on stream, but at the very south of the city, to the left of Altide Park, there is a Malaman's magnificent merchandise.
Well, I think we should all maybe take advantage of that and pop over that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to kind of clarify what's going on, so there are going to be, I have the map printed out over here. It's not going to be as visible as pretty, which is why I'm not using it. But so if you want to do that, that's fine. You can also enter through Altide Park, Lofton Street to the northeast, Mollison's Avenue from the northwest, and kind of as we're going to be, doing this, you'll be moving through. Each tile is going to be 30 feet. There aren't tiles on this or the map that's on stream, but there are in the printed out versions.
Well, I figured this is probably a better way to approach from, because if they're watching the entrances to the district, they probably won't be watching everywhere. They'll probably be watching the entrances.
I like porting into Malamins and, surprising him and telling him to stay quiet, and then
Oh, he might not be in that one.
Yeah.
There's like
he might not.
20 of them.
But every time I've been in that store, he's always there, so...
That's because you have the teleportation necklace.
He might have more than one.
Dimitri.
He might have more than one.
He said
yes.
that he didn't. That was his. Oh, he was
Did he?
upset. Yeah.
I missed that.
He said that he was given that necklace by the goblin woman, and that he didn't have another one because.
All right, everybody, gather around.
Okay.
This morning I provided the third casting of haste, and that's the spell I have today.
That finished up the 3 haste scrolls.
Yep.
I did roll a. Let's see. It's a 17. I rolled a 31 on die to finish crafting them.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that passes.
Yeah. So was this
It went on die.
yesterday that
Sorry,
you
a
finished, or
17
today
on
that
die.
you finished?
It's today that I finish.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you use them, but it means that it's going to be later in the day. Preparations might be a bit further along.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Milo would then don his long black cloak and his plague mask, just cause.
Oh, you
while
all
waiting-
need costumes now. Come on.
Yeah, while actually I had this planned already. While Milo is dressing up, Pyotr's gonna sit himself down in front of Sasha's mirror for a second. He's gonna paint on his face with that ink and oil and ash mix, and he's gonna paint some orcish war paint.
Whose mirror? Sasha's?
She got a small steel one.
You're like the dude who gets way too into this. Gonna go killing some folks today.
Do you have anybody else?
As soon as Dimitri says that,
No,
look,
that's not you, Mitri.
chances are one of us might die.
Do you
I'm
have
taking this seriously. If I'm gonna die like my family.
Do you have anybody else getting in battle attire? Do you want to go clockwise? Next up would be Rhea with that.
Well, I don't think I'm allowed to wear my monk's robes, and I only own one other outfit. So
I mean,
think I'll
who's going
wear
to stop
that
you?
one. Pardon?
Who's going to stop you? No, that's fine.
I want to mix and match, but they'd clash pretty badly.
Okay.
You should wear your monk robes, because that might get the monastery involved.
You know what? They didn't specifically tell me not to. They told me that I wasn't allowed to go to temple grounds and that I wasn't allowed to keep the last name Sagekin, but they did not tell me that I needed to change my clothes. And also, I'm comfortable fighting in these. I've always trained wearing these when fighting.
Vulcans embrace technicality.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I wear the same thing I have worn 99.99% of the days of my life.
Cool.
But I put my hair in a ponytail so it stays out of my face.
That looks
This
cute.
is serious.
Side tail.
Leista?
Not the double bun.
Chun-Li.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, like, if Satina's gonna come over and do my hair, then yeah, maybe I'll do something cuter.
Put on the Chun-Li costume.
I'll probably put my hair up like I normally do. Kind of probably take the rest of my fringes that I usually leave down for aesthetic purposes and put them into the braids that I tie to the back. Go get some red berries, smoosh them up into some makeup.
You're not just gonna press
like-
to digitize it.
Do some
It's
red
important
smear
to
across the
remember.
eyes.
Okay. As you're doing that, Ethrin comes over and he just kind of says, or he like starts, putting something into your hair, and it's a leaf hair clip, the symbol of Gael, and he's just kind of like, here, for good luck.
Thank you.
I hope he's watching over both of us today. No, I know he's watching over both of us today. Dimitri?
Yeah, I just have a montage of putting on my clothes, regular clothes. Same thing I always wear: purple cloak, boots, vest, bandolier, and my stuff. My gloves, open fingered. And I grab my things. Make sure I have my talisman. Yeah, I have all of my regular stuff on me. I'm a sorcerer, man. I don't I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Milo is popping like vials upon vials of things into bandoliers.
I'm gonna go over to
that.
Yeah, Sasha's
Really
just
don't.
there like,
What's that one? What's that one? What's that one?
Yeah, what is that one?
This is liquid fire, alchemist's fire.
No, not that one. I've seen that. The other one you've got that we haven't seen before.
This is spider venom.
Is that what you put on my sickle?
Yes.
What's that rock you have?
I actually didn't prep that.
Ah. Fair.
I'm gonna go up to Sasha and I'm gonna give her a small pack of stuff. Basically, namely, some traveling supplies, a fair number of rations, and then also a purse that has basically all of the money I've accumulated in it. If things go wrong, if we don't make it back, get out of the city. Take Satina, take whoever you can. Just stay safe.
Okay.
Okay.
But did I actually? Nope. Everything's gonna be okay, right, Dad?
If I have anything to say about it, yeah. But
Okay.
I didn't get this far by just playing for the best case.
Don't put yourself in more danger than you need to.
You know me.
Actually,
I won't forgive you if you don't come back.
I know you won't.
that's a good point. I'm going to write what is effectively a letter of introduction for Sasha. And give her like a little wooden whistle. And say,
What's this?
if Piotr and if you need to leave by yourself, try and head towards. I know what what's the forest in from called?
Shywood
Yes.
Forest.
Head to the Shywood Forests. When you get to the outskirts, blow this whistle. Somebody should come meet you. Give them that letter, and they'll introduce you to the Druid clan that I'm from. The Druid order that I'm from.
Okay. But like, just come back, okay? You guys all have me really worried.
We'll try our best.
Milo laughs evilly underneath the mask.
We'll be back, Sasha. Don't worry.
I like to imagine you're also doing one of these.
Put my hand on Sasha's shoulder and look at her and just say, they're just being dramatic, and wink. And I'm wearing what I wear every single day, so...
It's just a contingency plan.
I mean, I know you'll be fine, Rhea.
Actually, that letter should work for Satina and Ray as well, so...
But like, watch out for Dad, please.
He is very
Don't let
squishy.
anything happen to him on my watch.
Thanks.
She go.
Huh?
She goes up and gives you like a hug, like a waist hug.
Oh,
You're like a.
it's nice.
Sasha, can you watch over Satina for me, just for today, while this is all going on?
Yes, don't worry. She'll be safe with me. I won't let anything happen to any of us.
Oh, I said that to Sasha about Satina.
Oh. She kind of gives you a look.
And Satina, I trust you'll take care of Sasha as you've been. Thank you.
Yes, she is very fierce. I have nothing to fear under her protection.
I don't think anything is going to be terrible today, but
Yeah. She walks
for
up.
some reason, just tell Madame Zilstra what's going on if you need to.
She walks up to you, Mitri, and just like embraces you in a really big hug, and kind of like pulls away, puts you at arm's length, and just like punches you on the arm. Don't let anything happen, okay?
Before, haven't with this time. So
Okay. Good.
As we get out of earshot, he goes, Lysta, thank you.
Okay. You all kind of gather outside the warehouse after that scene of farewells, and Ethrin kind of like takes up the air of, like he's about to say something. So, oh right, I was going to describe him first. So he's actually in like traditional, Gael warrior-esque outfit. So he has some very basic like leather a leather skirt and sandals, and that's about it.
no shirt.
No shirt.
Good.
How buff is he?
Is he covered in tattoos?
Buff.
Or is it like henna?
Yeah, so he's like covered in tattoos over his like kind of leafy green skin. It's depicting like, tribal style symbols of power and knowledge.
And
Hat.
fortitude.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pull out Malaman's necklace. All right, everybody, get a hand on this thing.
Before we go,
Like
I
a
figured-
basketball team. Put him in.
I figured it would be good to discuss what's about to happen.
Yes.
I'm not
Fest.
one for inspiring speeches, especially on the spot, but I do hope we do a good job today. I'm going to need all of your protection while we're out there. I won't be able to do much while I'm preparing the ritual and while I'm in the middle of it, but I've heard of what you've all faced, and while the threat we face today is greater than anything any of you have seen so far, I trust in all of your strength. I trust in your force of spirit, and I trust in the shared bond we've developed over these past several days. Our future is uncertain and a lot hangs in the balance, but if I were to pick anybody to see me through this dark time, I don't think I could have picked any better than the five of you.
Good.
Shall we?
Yes.
Power Rangers go.
All right, let's let me just say the magic words to make this thing go. Mala 1, Mala 2, Mala 1, 2, 3, 4.
Way to ruin the mood. I spent so long building it and you just tore it down like that. Have you no shame?
As we reappear in Malaman's shop, I am sorry for ruining the mood. Malaman was an eccentric man.
I've never teleported before.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Says
we're gonna-
the face of a guy who's never teleported before.
We're gonna switch to break in a second here, so if anybody out there in the chat wants to do some how to end the world, definitely let me know. It's been pretty quiet, so I don't know who's around, but I do see our viewer count at not 0, so hopefully someone's there.
Okay.
Anyways, so you all arrive at Malaman's, and you kind of can tell immediately that things are going on here. Yes, the Darkest Soul, Danger Doggo time. You can kind of tell that something's up. whereas it was kind of bright out while you were at the warehouse. The sun's setting because Milo needed his scrolls, but now that you're here,
Speaking of which, sorry,
we'll get to prep after the break. But as you step outside, you see that the sky is rumbling overhead, and clouds have blotted out the sun. These blood-red giant clouds hanging overhead. A flash of lightning streaks down from the sky as you step outside, and as you walk into the city streets, you feel the ground begin to rumble beneath you. The lightning creates a thundering roar as you see the Redwood District start on fire. Already, you can see that there are a number of people here. There are barricades set up, even just down the street from where you're at, and there are people running all over the place. Seconds later, you taste iron as first a single drop lands on you, and then another, and then another. Suddenly, you taste, suddenly a torrent of rain fills your ears with an ominous pitter-patter of blood falling from the sky.
yes.
Okay.
I'm so glad I put my hood up before we went out.
Yeah.
This is gonna make the thing I was going to do before we exited super awkward.
Oof. Okay, yeah, we'll get to that after we do Danger Doggo time.
Ah, shit, the weather. Well, let's do this tomorrow, guys.
Okay, we're back.
Hey!
Hey!
Eat, drink, and be merry, for tonight we die.
Pretty much, though?
I'm not gonna go to the dark side.
Okay, I feel like maybe still having the happy music up isn't the best move.
Yeah, you should change that to some spoopy music up in here.
Oh, I
There's
got
one
some music.
vampire out
I
right
was
now that's
I was
super
doing
happy.
some collecting during my prep, so don't you worry.
But yeah, so there's a thing I wanted to do before leaving
Yeah.
Malamin's.
Let's all do that stuff before we jump into it.
Specifically, as everyone else was leaving, I was going to grab Atherin and kind of hold him back.
Yes, Leista? Seriously, Alex?
Alright.
Can't get that close.
I'm just going to
You're not.
hug him. And as I pull out of the hug, I'm going to kiss him and on the lips and just say, "Get out of this alive, please."
His leafy green skin kind of takes on a reddish hue as you pull back. And he goes in for his own kiss and then pulls back and says, "And you too."
Now out into the blood.
Yes. You walk outside into the blood.
All right, so who has the most death flags going into this?
Before we go out there, I'm gonna hand everybody an elixir of life potion,
And kiss everyone on the lips and just say,
and
"Get out alive."
just tell you that use it if you need it.
And everyone on their butt walking out the door.
It'll be invigorated. Invigorate you.
Yeah,
No question.
Dimitri's just standing
It's
there
the
giving
cringiest.
everyone
Butt pats.
the butt pass, just saying,
Good game.
Good game. Good game. Let's get them out there. Let's get them out there, boys."
Hup, 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 hup.
Going to
Do it.
fasten my grapple
cut your hand
hook
off.
to the end of my rope. Sling it over my shoulder.
Alright, so describe again the scene, how the barricades are going. Does it look like it's fish
Okay.
people barricades or regular people barricades?
So it's all Tarnus out here. But you'll notice that some of these people look a little, maybe more
Fishy?
experienced than the ones that you've faced in the past. So can I get a perception check from one person.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Lesta, take it away.
I'm gonna switch over to the.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Actually,
do I
probably
trust?
zoom out a bit here.
Let's go for Leafy. Let's go Leaf time. That is 25.
Okay. Let's do this a bit more. Damn it! Camera goes back a little. Nope, camera goes forward a little.
Nice.
Yeah, y'all can't see what the setup looks like, but it is truly awkward.
Awesome.
I believe you.
You have like this cheapo folding table and like a giant ass tripod and
What's an ass
Anyways.
tripod?
It's like
You
a
don't want
tripod, but it smells like farts.
it's like a tripod, but you use it for bedroom stuff. So,
It keeps it level for you.
what was the perception check?
15.
Okay. So, the people that you've seen some Tarnus by now in your time in the city, and you look out into the street and up at some of the windows of the buildings that lie before you down a ways, and you can see in these windows there are people with bows drawn and at the ready. And the thing is, though, is that they look more dangerous than some of the Tarnus that you faced thus far. They have like sharp eyes, and they're wearing a lot more decorative of armor with some fixings that indicate higher rank. If you describe that to somebody who's been in the city longer, they can roll a knowledge Aquila to figure out what's going on.
Would a society check work?
Yes.
Oh boy, that's a bad roll. 10 knowledge, Aquila.
You know nothing. I'll give one other person one shot.
I got a 26 society.
Perfect. So, you know that these are the Lyric Guard. They're largely ceremonial / status symbols. They're contracted out on a case-by-case basis for big important events. You know that, for instance, Calyx belongs to them, and they're kind of like the elite of the elite. They're usually used in more of an administrative role, like, kind of leading the other units, but not here. So these are kind of the big bad guys.
How many of them are there?
So if Leista takes a look through some of the windows in the streets, basically anybody who's in a building is one of these Lyric Guard archers. They have their bows out and ready, and they're just kind of like sweeping the main area. They're from multiple Tarnus. They're from both the Clipped Wing and the Buckle and Slosh, but the ranking is the same either way.
Do you think that is there
Do the tokens each represent one of them?
Yes.
is there a back exit to Melamins?
Yeah, so Melamins opens out into a bit of a like side area. There's like an open area in front of it that's sheltered from the street by a building, so you can kind of like peek your way around that.
All right, guys, I got a plan.
So the spaces aren't big enough, but they're each 30 feet, so you can pile onto one square if you want.
I'm
Streets
gonna
look really busy.
pull out a grappling hook and grapple up to the roof of the building across from Malaman's.
Okay. You're talking about the one next to it, or the one that token is on right now? Or
The one the blue token is on right now.
okay. So can you roll a climb check?
There's athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics.
Very high.
Nice.
Okay.
24 athletics, 28 acrobatics.
Which face of the building are you climbing up from?
The one that's closest to Malaman's.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna leave my rope for the others to follow me up. I'm gonna gesture for them to follow me up to the rooftops.
I'll follow.
I'll also do that carefully on the blood-soaked rope.
Oh yeah, I should be making some of this maybe a little bit higher. So
Why
yeah,
did you
I
say
figured that was the reason
something,
why we were gonna
Joe?
check it all.
You are on a tilted roof, so unless you're moving very slowly, you're gonna have to make some checks. But yeah, you all get up.
All right, and my plan is for us to pick our way across the rooftops. I can make noise distractions at a distance if we need to distract somebody.
I have a
but-
feat to make distractions.
No, I mean without them even making a distraction at a distance.
Okay. Go, son.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can you roll a stealth roll? And I'm gonna want at least. Yeah, let's get everybody else rolling stealth too.
24.
I
Holy shit.
rolled a nat 20 for a total of a 30.
I got 32.
I am the knight.
I got 23.
Okay, so I've heard 30 from Milo, 22 from Dimitri, was it?
24 from Dimitri.
For Piotr,
32.
Rhea,
There's a red microphone on Rhea's screen.
1 second. Sorry, I'm opening up my character sheet to do the math.
cool. Leista,
23.
okay.
Guys, we're so
And I need
sneaky.
to roll for Ethrin as well.
I rolled a natural 2, which is a 12.
I
Oof.
spoke too soon.
Did it look like we were like within perception range of one of these Tarnus folks?
Yeah, so they're keeping a watchful eye, like they're spending their turns looking. So
Okay.
They're vigilant as
Can I have used a single action to create diversion while we're doing this, which would allow us to become hidden until the end of our next turn?
Aren't we already hidden?
Or are we starting hidden?
Yeah.
That's my better question. Okay, so these folks are not aware of us at whatsoever. They're not seeking us out.
they're
Not at the moment.
not seeking you in particular out.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're just
They
keeping
are
an eye out.
seeking.
Okay. Cool. That all happens. I'm gonna go get Leista's token quick.
Right, which rooftop are we looking at then?
I'm looking to make our way up to Bud's watering hole and then go from there.
Why don't we jump down on the other side for Bud's watering hole? And
Let's take a look and see if there's more Tarnus over there. I'm guessing that what we see here aren't the only ones.
well, no, but it might move us past their front lines
Okay, I'm
enough
back.
that we can move to the ground, which might be a little bit safer.
Are we aware of the sentry in Bud's watering hole?
Yes.
Okay. I'm fine with that plan. If we need
My
to
elf
distract
eyes
them,
have
it's fine.
seen it all. My special
Right.
eyes.
I'm gonna be
I'll
honest.
go first and I'll try and pick a easier path for the others.
Okay. Roll an acrobatics check.
Rolling fire
So DC
tonight.
17.
21.
Okay, 21. So with that, you demonstrate to
combat
everybody
size.
else how to get across. So
roll
for
an
everybody else, it's going to be DC 15.
Not hard. 23.
So
17.
Acrobatics, right?
yeah,
14.
Crap.
okay, Milo.
Wait a minute. We all get, and I was not counting this into my previous one, we all get a +2 to athletics and acrobatics when we're in the area around the counter ritual.
Accurate.
Ooh.
Right on. Mine is.
It mattered!
higher.
A plus what?
2.
A +2.
Cool. I rolled a natural 20, and my acrobatics is pretty good. So I got 34.
Of course
Can I
the monk
maybe
gets-
help Milo?
Oh,
Could you
Milo
just,
doesn't need help, but yes.
But yes, that would be great.
He swoons, you catch him.
You can see that I'm like about to not make the jump, and then you jump behind me and propel us both onto the rooftop.
Yeah, I shove you just a teeny tiny bit.
Who hit
Okay.
that button?
She beat me to it. She beat me to it.
Hey!
People are allowed to have more than one true hearing, okay? Ship
So
everything
you get over to the backside of that roof, and you have to like do some stuff to like get on Malaman's roof, and then like sidle around the just giant thing sticking out of it. But you are now able to get onto the landing that is. Let me see if I can. Let's make
We
that bigger
are
again.
currently on, for the stream at least, we're on the view that has all of our faces. Do we want to still be on the full map view?
Yeah, I'll be switching back and forth as necessary. So you all can get into that like grassy area. Bud's drinking hole does have viewports on the front and back, but not the side. But there are more people back here that you weren't able to see before, so I set it up quickly.
I wasn't thinking jump down quite yet, but okay.
Is there like any kind of pedestrians at all, or just Taranis?
Just Taranis.
Okay.
Don't worry, you don't have to worry about any casualties here.
Okay, so we can burn the whole place down. Got it.
So,
Isn't it already on fire?
Yes.
Oh yeah, where's the fire?
The fire is in the center.
Ah, fun.
So where we're heading. Jolly. I thought this ritual was supposed to take place underground.
Yeah, so there are people under the city that you can't get at that are drawing the Blood Mother here, but Ethrin's going to be performing the counter ritual above ground because you know how to get there.
so
Well, I'm just
the two
confused why
building-
they're guarding the above ground.
Oh, probably because they knew there was going to be bloody rains and they didn't want to scare the citizens shitless.
Okay.
I was thinking stay on the rooftops, like up to
Um,
and including Bud's drinking hole, and then the building that's just north of that, if I'm reading the map right.
So the reason why they're here is because there's also some structures that they're using to help carry out the ritual that are in this area.
How close do the two buildings have people in them?
Okay. Yeah, so
I
you
think-
see that it's a lot more of the same. There's actually, like, as you begin peeking out, you see in the building across from you. Let's move into that. Let's move in there. You see that there's actually another Taranis guard, kind of keeping an eye out. His back is turned, so you'll get a bonus, but why don't you all roll another stealth? You can add a +2.
16. I'm rolling real bad.
14, and that is with the +2.
23.
So I've heard 15, 14, 23,
34?
I was 16,
34.
not 15.
16. Cool. Rhea?
I got a 16 too, and I've been talking a bunch. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So, Piotr, because you got a critical success, you have one of those moments like, in Assassin's Creed where time just kind of freezes and
You get that
you
exclamation
see
point.
that your party has been spotted, but you have a turn to react.
Do I see the guy who... which guy spotted us?
It is the guy on the building that is overlooking this one.
Pull your right trigger and find out.
I'll
Okay.
switch over to
That's really, really far away.
Yeah, he took some penalties, and then I got a 19 on die. And then you all didn't roll well.
How far away is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares away,
Yeah,
which is
I'm
210 feet.
This is where that follow the expert shit would have been nice.
Well, we would have still failed.
You'd be the only person rolling it, but we're here
Yeah,
now.
follow the expert makes you take the worst person.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yep.
We're here now.
So 210. Let me just do some mental math. I'm going to. So he's spotted us. It's not like he's about to spot us. He has spotted us.
yes.
Well, I'm going to attempt to shoot an arrow through his neck so he cannot call for help. I'm taking hefty penalties on this.
Okay.
We see him shoot an arrow.
I'm shooting a poisoned arrow.
That is
Gotta help this
nice.
Shim, shimmy, shim, shim, shiroo. It was so close to landing on the 20. It landed on the 7 instead.
How good's your bonus? Am I going to get to hit the initiative music?
20 total, which minus the 3 extra range increments he's out, is 14 total.
The arrow sinks further than you were expecting, especially given the rain, and lands with a thud on the boards just beneath where this guy has made his hideout. And he says, "Hey, we got some people over here! Everybody roll initiative."
How far away is that?
It's like 200 feet.
Right on.
And where did I put the... Here we go. Phew. Oh, great. That's fun.
Yes. Okay, so
Initiative is you add perception, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you
Well,
all
we were
add
all
stealth if you
stealthing,
want.
so
I'm gonna go with perception.
You'll let us add what?
Stealth.
I will do that.
Yeah, I get a better bonus to stealth. It's one better bonus. Just enough.
Oh. Hey, not Penny's boat. Yeah, I think I read that right.
Yep.
How's it going? You're in combat.
I got a 31.
Okay, 31 for Lysta. Rhea.
17. Oh,
I got you, Dimitri. Rhea.
I got a 16.
16, and then Milo.
24.
don't you miss Dex Initiative, Monk?
I don't. I get to go
Piotr.
first.
Also 16.
Okay. So, we got them, and then Lysta, and then,
They rolled better than my 31?
yes, by 1. Milo, Dimitri, Piotr, and Rhea. Which of you has better decks?
Same.
Good question.
I have 18.
I have 19.
The one over.
18 and 19. Okay.
Same modifier.
Yeah, then you can just roll again. Or, since you're both allies, it doesn't really matter. You can just switch
Roll
turns
up.
with each other.
I'll let you go first.
Oh, that's so nice of you, Piotr.
You're welcome. It's totally not just so I can have a flanking partner.
So you can flank.
Okay.
I don't know if we're getting there 200 feet away. We'll be over
I
here.
mean, I'm pretty fast.
Sorry, I'm gonna catch up on chat quick. Cool. Okay, so you all see him run over to the window, and he is a ways away, so he has this long bow that he's going to be firing at you, but he's taken some penalties. Also, let's see, you all are on the rooftop, right?
Yep.
Okay, what bonuses do you get for cover in Pathfinder? Isn't it like
That's a great question.
I think you have to actively take cover, or someone has to actively provide it to you. If it's a person, otherwise it's like.
Since you were all stealthing, I'll assume that you had cover. Standard cover gives you a +2 circumstance to AC.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to spend, the first action of his, releasing like a volley of arrows out of his window, and they're going to start like landing around you, and he is targeting. Who did he pick out? He would have picked out Rhea.
He would have picked out me because I rolled a nat 2.
Okay, yeah, he picked out Milo, so he's attacking Milo. And that is going to be a. Let's see, 28, and then ignoring your cover.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit me.
Is it a crit or just a hit?
It's just a hit.
Oh, right, range increments. 28
Oh.
minus, I think it's 6. So 22.
3 range increments out, then yes.
That'll miss then.
Okay. How much do range increments take away? -3 or -2?
Each.
2. Okay. And it was 200 feet, so that would be -4. Sorry.
That'll still hit then.
Okay. Math.
Damn it.
Okay.
That sounded like Pathfinder right there. +2, -4, +2. Wait a second.
It's not called
-2.
Pathfinder for nothing. That is 4 damage, and then take one more. This time's just a
more like
normal
Math
shot.
Finder.
This one's just a normal shot. So
You're trying not to laugh. I can see it.
I made that joke just a minute ago. Let's see, minus 22, and you do get cover.
22 will miss.
Okay. Then yeah, that's their turn. Everybody else is just kind of like starting to stir, thinking about like getting in position. You can hear some more shouts being made throughout. It hasn't quite gotten to the point where anybody knows what's going on or the alarm has been sounded, but that's kind of what's going on. And next up is going to be Lysta.
Okay, so
Switch over to the.
Do all of us seem seen yet, or just Milo?
It's people who failed. I was going to let you get away with it if enough people made it. So it's, I think it was Rhea, Milo, and Lysta who failed.
Damn.
I failed.
What'd you get?
I got like a 20-something, 23
Okay.
or something like that.
Yeah, we'll call it, Dimitri, what'd you get? I have a 16, 16, 14, 23,
I was
34
one of the
written down.
16s.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Dimitri and Rhea got the same thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, those three.
So I was like, I
those three
failed?
people.
I was the one with the 20.
Dimitri, Milo, and Rhea.
Yeah.
Let's see, and the guy in Bud's drinking hole is more than 30 feet away, isn't he?
Yes.
Heck.
Scatter.
Well, I really don't want to use that yet because it's only 1 minute long.
Yeah, kind of the way that we're going to be playing this is if you want to get to any of the people who are in the buildings, you're going to have to go to the entryway of the building. And then once you're in, we'll
I
treat
can't
it.
climb up to the window?
You can with some climb checks. You can go around the outside of the building.
I mean acrobatics checks?
Acrobatics.
Or athletics?
Athletics for vertical, acrobatics for horizontal.
Okay. Would there possibly be any sort of foliage along these buildings?
Yes, there. So any area that's green, you can assume has like standard shrubbery.
Okay. Because I'm a woodsy elf, I'm very good at climbing foliage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to climb like a building side with like moss and ivy or something like that, we'll call it a 1d2 as to, well, 1d3 as to whether that side of the building has ivy when you pick it. So just a 5 or 6 on a d6.
Sorry, there are a lot of options. Yeah, I don't want to use that right now. I'm going to try and climb up Bed's drinking hole.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check to traverse the blood-soaked thatch rooftops and try and hop over there.
Natural 20
Natural 20.
for
Awesome.
27. And on a critical success, if there is foliage, I move at full speed.
Yeah, you spend 2 actions getting over to Bud's drinking hole, and you have 1 action left. You are 30 feet away. They're in the window.
On critical success, if there is foliage, I climb at my full speed.
Yeah, so this is like, we're talking like 60 feet.
Okay. And I've got 1 action left, and okay.
Buildings are large. I did the math earlier.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to. And am I up to the window?
You're 30 feet away from the window.
Okay. Then I guess I will just guidance. Shit, I'm probably not close enough to.
Yeah, you're 60 feet away right now.
I guidance myself.
Cool. Milo, you are up. So you see Lysta just kind of like stealthily dart across the rooftops, kind of trying to stay ducked out of sight and, you know, using some of the foliage to get some good handholds. And you see that the guy across the rooftop is kind of like keeping a sharp eye out looking for something, but you're not quite sure what yet.
Which guy is like keeping a sharp eye out?
Both Bud's drinking hole, who hasn't spotted Lysta yet, by the way, and the guy in the rooftop across the way.
Who shot at me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of like keeping his eye on you, you know, trying to watch for something, but you don't know what.
Cool. I'm going to prep a bottle of Alchemist's Fire.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hold my cloak, my black cloak, to the sides to like try and conceal the people that are by me.
Okay.
And I'm going to save an action for after they move to light the roof on fire behind me.
Okay. Cool.
Your boy's going to be a distraction.
So, Dimitri, you get a bit of cover as Milo kind of holds up his cloak and...
Yeah.
What do you do?
If he's gonna light the roof on fire, I'd like to get to the ground and hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a acrobatics check to dismount the roof safely.
I'm rolling like absolute shit. 18.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like a 20-foot fall. I think 18 is enough to
I
come
do
out of
have
that
a
without
rope
damage.
and grapple hook as well.
Okay. That would be like your turn setting all that up.
Okay.
So if you get out the rope and grapple hook, then that's...
I did say I had the grapple hook and rope on attached, hanging around my shoulder for quick access earlier.
Okay. That will make it Rhea's turn.
We're level 5, right?
Yes.
Ooh, it's my turn.
Just making sure for cantrip levels.
All right. Well. I think. Sorry. Dimitri, did you use the grappling hook?
Mm-hmm. It's still attached. I have my own too. So we have Piotr's got one. I got one.
Okay.
So you can follow me if you.
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna
fine.
follow you on the rope that you made.
Yep.
That
That'll
is
be
helpful for climbing.
that'll be 2 actions to get to the ground.
Okay. That's cool. Do you want me to roll anything?
No, so I was assuming that Dimitri was jumping down, so it'll be. I wouldn't have made him roll.
25-foot jump, dude. Fuck it.
I don't know.
I've jumped that distance,
I can jump that far.
like down to the ground. It may have been into water, but still.
There we go.
All right. So then I'm on the ground.
Actually,
What do you see down there?
I forgot. So as you're on the rope trying to like, scoot your way down, you hear the twang of a bow from a long distance away. And that is a nat 1. An arrow smacks against the wall next to you. Nothing bad happens.
Can I grab it and shake it tauntingly?
Yeah, you just kind of like give it a twang.
Where'd it come from? Was it from the same dude who shot before?
Yep.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to hide them from him with my distracting display.
Yeah, you all are like going down a rope a ways away from Milo, so.
Yeah.
But what do you do
Hoping
with
I
your action, Rhea?
Sorry, is there do I see any baddies on the ground or?
So now that you have a clear view, you can kind of like hear some people moving around behind the barricade. That's let me bring it back on the main thing. So there's those flipped over tokens. Those are
Yes.
barricades, and you
Okay.
can hear some movement behind them.
Okay, then I think I'd like to. I want all my friends to get off the roof before I dive into anything. So I think I'm just gonna kind of duck behind this really small building that Lysta seems to be hovering on top of right now on the map.
Yeah, so that's a separate building. I moved you 30 feet towards it.
Okay, got you. Okay, so it's there's quite a distance between us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goal was to like try to just pause out of view while my friends scramble off the roof.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
that's
right on
good.
the butthole.
Okay.
So I'll just try to be as out of view as I can, pressed against that building or a different building.
Piotr, you're up.
That
You s-
moment when you
I'm-
realize that you're running towards the cross that's on the butthole.
That moment when you say, "Yes, press me against the butthole."
Okay, I'm gonna say to Milo. Okay, we should try and escape site, take cover. We don't want to fight the entirety of Tutarnus. Then I'm gonna say an action to make a fire arrow,
Okay.
and I'm gonna launch it at the house that the guy who shot at us is in, such that like
Cool.
lands in an area that's sheltered from
Blood rain.
the blood rain, so it will set the house on fire.
Cool.
Aiming for the eaves.
Exactly. Awful lot. With the -6 penalty, that is 24.
Okay. You successfully hit it and it starts to light. Every turn on your turn, I'm going to have you roll a 1d8, and if you make it 3 turns without rolling a 7, or well, let's call it a 1 or a 2, the flame will start consuming the building. Otherwise, it'll get put out by the blood rain.
Okay, and I'm gonna spend my last action to. It takes 2 actions to jump because this edition hates me. I'm gonna move over and get ready to jump into that same house that Lysta went into.
Okay. Go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics. That one.
27.
Cool. Yeah, you make it.
Also, don't forget your +2s for skills, people.
29.
Is it just skills?
It's just acrobatics and athletics specifically.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I was assuming you guys were going to be running away from stuff, not like darting across rooftops.
Is that an option? We could just leave?
If you want, I'll let you.
We got spotted from 300 feet away through blood rain. Forgive us if we don't believe that.
Okay. So Ethrin takes his turn. He kind of picks up what's going on, and he'll hop onto the ground. So what happens next is the ground begins to shake once again, and you can kind of feel the building sway under your feet. You can hear the earth begin to split and crack, and you can kind of like smell the scent of dust being kicked into the air. You get the feeling that something bad is about to happen, and you nothing's happened yet, but it seems like the ground's beginning to give in some places.
Like sinkholes are starting to pop up? Like it feels like that?
Not quite. You just see
the
like the
streets are just
ground kind of like the street tiles are like shifting a lot further than they're really meant to and stuff like that.
Like precursors to an earthquake.
The earth is quaking. We're
Okay,
talking
gotcha.
about like, you know, the ground might be split from itself soon or something like that.
Right on.
There might be some fissures.
But there's a fault line about to erupt from the side here.
Brand new.
We're getting some pre-quake.
Yeah. It's, nope, I'm not gonna say that. Anyways, it's the Tarnus' turn again.
Don't worry, we all know what you were thinking.
That's cocked.
Ha!
That's the same roll that I probably would have gotten anyways. So, with an 18, nope, take a penalty. 16, that doesn't hit Leicester, right?
No.
Okay. I suppose he probably didn't see you anyways. So he's also gonna... That misses. That makes it. Yeah, you were the 23, right, Lysa?
For what?
Stealth a while ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He seems to have spotted you, and you can kind of hear the voices shouting around the camp begin to become a bit more coordinated. Like, they've established, like, oh, they're on Yeller Street. Get the boys over here. And let's say Rhea.
I've done nothing but climb.
That is a crit. That is a 22, Rhea. Well, 20, nope. 18.
My AC is 22.
Okay. And that'll miss. So you take 6 damage from the archer in the window, and you see three guys appear at the top of the barricades. They're not armed with bows, they're armed with swords, and they don't have the same decorative armor that the people in the rooftops have. But they're getting ready to, like, you know, defend this hill with their lives. Lysta, you're up.
I'm going to hit this bitch with an electric arc. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nat 20. Sorry.
Cool.
I'm rolling really well. I'm sorry.
Wait, what is it total?
Um,
Maybe his dex really sucks.
it is... Where did I
It'd
put
have to really suck.
plus 12.
Okay, never mind.
Are you level 18?
I don't know, I was just hoping like maybe he only had like a +1 to it and his dex really sucked. Because then, I mean, that would
Not
still
proficient
pass.
with the reflex save at all.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rhea, I forgot an extra 6 damage since he crit.
Okay.
Fuck. I guess I will, back.
Okay.
So it's the guy in Bud's hole who spotted me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming it's kind of set up where, like, there's a... Can I, like, well on the roof, like, shift around so that I'm, like, not facing the window hole anymore?
Yeah,
Like, it's
so
the side.
there's kind of like a, you know, I don't really know the word, but it's one of those pointed
A
sloped...
gabled roof?
Yes, it's a gabled roof. And there's kind of like a window overlooking the street that he just like kicked out. So you can actually like maneuver yourself up and on top of the awning and kind of like hide out of line of sight.
Yes, I'd like to do that.
Okay. Next up is Milo. So Milo, you're on the street and you can sense that something's going on off to the side with Lysta and Piotr, but you hear Rhea like cry out with a sharp yelp of pain as an arrow sails through the air and just lands like right in the shoulder area.
I thought I was still on the roof.
Yeah, he just tried to cloak us his last time.
Yeah, I tried to hide them last
You
turn.
have
and
line
then-
of sight on that.
Okay.
You can also, I guess, from your position, if you're still on the roof, you can see Lysta and Piotr, you know, kind of like maneuvering themselves, trying to get the better on this Taranis.
The one that shot the one that shot Rhea, or the one that's in the building?
The one
One
that's
from the building.
They're all in the building.
The one that's in
the
Bud
bud
Hole, not the one that's been shooting at us.
Okay. I guess if he's not paying attention to me, I'm gonna try to break line of sight with the guy that's shooting at us, get off the building, and then like cut towards the wall where the park is.
Okay, go ahead and roll a
And, like-
stealth check to break line of sight.
Okay. That is an 18. On
I have an odd
die
question.
for a
Hmm.
total
What's
of a,
Efren doing during all this?
it's a total
He's
of a
on the
30.
ground with everybody.
Okay.
23,
Yeah, he did take a
No,
turn.
a total of a 30.
30. Yeah, you successfully slide yourself off the roof and land with a tumble on the ground, taking no damage.
Sorry, it's a 28
That's fine.
because I don't get the +2. But
Good
yeah.
enough.
So I break line of sight and I make my way over to
Yeah.
where the wall is.
So are you down next to me and Rhea then?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Yumitri, you kind of hear like a soft thud in the grass behind you as Milo lands suddenly. In addition to the arrow that kind of sailed through the air and hit your compatriot next to you, you see once again that this archer is kind of like, he has his eye on you. He's watching for you to do something.
He's looking at me.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to peer at him, you know, making direct eye contact, and with that, I'm going to demoralize him because I can do it just visually. So I'm going to roll an intimidate versus his will DC.
Okay. You're doing it over a long distance.
It's just
so,
sight.
Yeah.
If he can
He
see
can't-
us.
He can see me.
So, like, in the same way you take a penalty to perception over that long distance, and he has been taking penalties to perception,
Yeah.
he, like, can't make out the fine features of your face. So there's just, like, we'll call it a -2. It's not that much.
25.
Okay. Will DC,
So 23
that will
total.
succeed.
Cool. So he's demoralized 1, or it just regular succeeds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's frightened 1, and
Or
then
no, he regular fails.
yeah, he's frightened 1, and then I'm going to move adjacent to Rhea, and can I get to like cover in that building that's in front of us, to in the direction that the dude is that's shooting at us? Like, I want to stay on the ground level, but you know, kind of get into cover so he can't shoot at.
Yeah, you'll just
I have
take
50
cover.
feet of movement.
There's a lot of stuff around, so you can just like hide behind a shrub.
Can I take full cover?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's exactly what I said I was trying to do last round, and they've been shooting at me, so...
I think the struggle that you made is that the building that you're you hid behind. You hid from some people, but not the main guy who's been shooting us.
Gotcha.
Like, I just want to LOS the dude who is, eyeing me down.
The active shooter.
Yeah. You can get a +2. It would take more movement than you have. Well, no, you can hide.
I have two-
You can
I have
hide
two
against
actions
the.
left.
You can hide against the base of the building. Right
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I just want to be out of sight of the guy I know who's shooting at us, and then I'm there. That's my
Cool.
turn.
Sweet. So
That was 2 movement actions, right?
yeah,
Okay.
Rhea, you have an arrow sticking out of your shoulder now. It hurts, but not the most.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what do you do?
Not as much as Nala's stinging betrayal.
You embrace the pain because it distracts you from the atrocity that was committed against you yesterday.
Alright. How are we supposed to get this dude? He's got the high ground.
I'm beckoning for you to come towards me, Rhea.
I'm gonna go towards Dimitri. As beckoned.
That is 60 feet of movement.
My movement speed's 20. Or actually, mine's 25, so I can move 50 in my double movement. Just so you know, I can't do 60.
I'm fast. Yes, I can move 40 feet as my base speed.
Okay.
Right on.
So I get there.
Yep. Doing anything else, or?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna cast magic on you on my next turn.
Cool. I'm gonna go into tidal stance because I can move just as fast, and then at least I can hit harder.
Okay. Piotr, you're up. You see that Lysta has positioned herself on the top of this awning, and yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try and make my way to the first place I could then shoot at this guy she's firing at.
Okay, you do that.
All right, and I'm assuming he didn't exactly know where I was before, so he's probably flat-footed to my attack.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna shoot a poisoned arrow at him. This is a 22 hit.
Yes.
Sorry, a 24, but okay. Alright. 13 damage, plus he needs to make a fort save, and I'll let Milo take it from here on that one.
Fails.
Cool. He'll take 1d10 poison damage and is flat-footed.
Okay. I have the
For the 1d10, that is 5.
5.
And that's my last action, kind of swinging into the building and running toward him.
Okay. He's just standing in the window, so you are right adjacent to him now. How much damage did you cause with the throw hit?
The arrow.
The arrow? Sorry.
Oh, the arrow.
I thought you were throwing a dagger or something.
No, I was shooting an arrow. Fuck, I don't remember now.
13. 13.
13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus the 5 from the poison.
Sweet. So you're getting right up close and personal with this guy now, and he just kind of grimaces in pain as you clamber into the window, and you can see that the wound is kind of beginning to pull some a black sort of grotesque fluid that indicates that not all is well with his body.
I'm gonna say to him, don't suppose I can convince you to surrender.
I would rather die.
Death it is.
Okay.
That can be arranged.
It is his turn, so he's going to drop his bow and get out a dagger that he has on hand.
That's one action.
Yep. He
Yes. Okay, cool. He doesn't quick draw.
doesn't really look like he's as, proficient with this, so...
Is flat-footed only when you get hit? Just making sure. Yeah.
Yes.
He's going to swing at you for 19.
That misses.
Okay. And then that'll also miss. And he's going to so when you get in here, you see that the building has received extensive alterations. Like there's dust still hanging in the air from all the shit he did. And one of the things that he did is he just completely destroyed the stairway. And you see a ladder on the far side of the room that was presumably used to get up to this floor and then like pulled up after him. But he's just going to not even deal with it and just nope off the edge after running away from you.
Okay.
Wait, the guy just noped out of the building?
He's on the
Did he
second
jump 25
floor
feet?
now.
Okay. I was like, did you take that jump? Oh,
No,
okay.
no. He's made the 8 to 10 foot drop down one story. Okay.
Say, do I know where the door to this building is?
It's facing north. Is the one that you saw? Or I'm
Cool.
sorry, south, out towards the terrace. Terrence's terrace.
You did this to yourself.
Cool.
I
Cool,
did.
cool, cool.
I should have said it like 10 times fast before I put it on the map. But
Tony's terrace would have been so much easier, but you went with Terrence.
Terrence's
What happened
terrace.
next?
Terrence's terrace. Terrence's terrace. Lysta, you're up. You
Alright.
hear a commotion inside and like a as the arrow slides in through the window.
You got him?
Got him.
Alright. Seeing probably these other people starting to cluster up.
You do not have line of sight on that, actually.
I thought I moved to the side of the building.
You're okay. So you're like right here.
Uh-huh.
I suppose like. Yeah. Okay, I'll give it to you. Maybe if
She's
you like.
peeking over the roof tip.
Yeah, if you take like a minute to turn back and kind of assess the
Not a whole
situation.
minute. That's
Take a sec.
a lot of turns.
Take a sec.
Yeah, I'm gonna start trying to move down the other side of the butthole. Like towards the side where everyone else is dropped down, but like climbing down, I guess.
Okay, so you're gonna climb down from there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll a d6 to see. Yes, that does have Ivy, so you can.
Yes! That is 28.
Okay.
And I have a move
A
speed of 35.
28 will succeed. You make it down to the floor, and yeah, you're on the street now.
Cool. I'm assuming that was all of my actions, or do I have any left?
That was. We'll give you one action because you're fast.
Okay.
I can bring it up. Just let me know if you want me to like make things big.
That's what she said.
I was trying really hard, and then you just went for it. Thanks.
That's
I'm
also
going
what she said.
to move towards the alleyway by the building on the up. Yeah, is that like a throughway or?
That is yes, that is a throughway.
Cool.
Okay.
And I'm going
get
to try and hide by that building.
Okay. Go. Yep. That. You don't have the actions to take cover from there.
Do I not?
2 to get down. 1
Okay.
to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Milo, you're up next. You have your position kind of on the ground after taking the after like doing your tumble off the roof, and you feel like you're not spotted for now. You managed to duck the guy across the building.
Cool. Well, if I've broken line of sight, I'm gonna try and make my way like along that wall edge to the building where Dimitri and Rhea are.
Okay.
Like up that way.
1, 2, 3. So
and
that's
if
60 feet.
I'm sorry.
That's 60 feet.
Cool. So I guess I'm gonna. Is there like a door on this side to the building?
Yes.
Can I? Is it like unlocked? Could I just open it and get inside?
Let's roll a d4 to find out.
Cool.
It is
before
locked.
we continue, it is locked. Is there a window on the same face of the building?
Yes.
Milo's gonna punch through the window and crawl inside.
How much movement do you have?
I have 25 movement.
Okay. You don't have the movement to do that this turn, but you can do it next turn.
Okay.
Cool. So, next up is Dimitri.
It's I look at Rhea and I bust out one of those haste scrolls and I quick go, this is going to make you move quick. The Gaia is a couple stories up. Go get them, and I cast haste on you. So what that does, it gives you an additional action on your turn that you can use to either stride or strike for the next minute. And as my third action, I'm going to cast Magic Missile at first level and shoot it straight up into the sky, intending to use my Create Diversion feat, which needs one action thingy to be done. So I do that, and I'm intending to distract the fella that has been kind of shooting at me and Rhea, so that he is flat-footed when Rhea gets to him.
Okay.
So I need to roll Deception versus his Perception DC.
Oh, this actually reminds me. I rolled a 3 on that D8 you asked me to roll.
Cool. That's not a 1 or a 2, so it's still good. 2 more turns.
So my Deception is a 24 against his Perception DC.
Perception 24. Yep, that passes.
Cool. So technically, how that works is me or Rhea, since she's adjacent to me, can become hidden until the start of her, until the end of her next turn. It essentially would make the dude flat-footed to her. So
Okay.
that's my intent, and that's my turn.
Okay. Rhea, Dimitri sends a bolt of light into the air, creating a distraction and causing some confusion and panic amongst the people in the Taranis in the streets.
You're really good.
What do you do?
Oh, yeah.
I want to try to climb up on the roof.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a athletics check.
That's a natural 15, which is pretty good.
Flavor hoister up.
Yeah. So.
That's
yeah.
22.
Okay, yeah. We'll
23, sorry. Math.
So it's a pretty difficult climb, but with a 23, you manage to do it. You make your way onto the second floor, roof. You can see that there's like a skirt, and then there's the second floor above it.
Okay.
So you're on that part right now.
Cool. I'm going to stay on that part so that there's like the part of the roof above me giving some cover and the area, and I'm going to walk along the length of the building.
Okay.
Towards this dude who's firing at us.
Yeah. It's kind of tricky because the thatch is like matted with blood by this point. But
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a acrobatics check to do so.
That is good. That's a 16 plus 12, 28.
Okay, with a 28, you can do that. I'll let you get that far.
Okay. I'm going to do that again.
That
'Cause
is all of your movements.
Okay.
Haste, baby.
But
She's got an
haste.
additional stride action.
Oh, haste. Yeah,
I cast haste
okay.
on her.
Fair enough. You can use that additional stride action to move to... So you are now at the base of the tower that this guy has been shooting at you from.
And you should have been hidden the whole time.
And you notice that some of the thatch is ever so slightly starting on fire.
Yeah, so kind of like the roof above the window that he's been shooting at is on fire, and he's noticed it. He hasn't like done anything about it yet.
Right.
Okay, Piotr.
Yes?
So you saw this guy just kind of like nope out of the floor that you're on, going down to the second floor, and
Right,
the room is empty.
I'm gonna dash over to the opening that I just dropped through. Is he right below it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to dash over, leap in, not like action leap, but just kind of like step into the air and then quick draw and plunging attack with my short sword.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll.
He is flat-footed.
He is flat-footed. Where's my die? There it is.
I don't think he is flat-footed, so like.
He
Because of the poison.
got hit. Poison.
Oh, gotcha. Fair
Poison
enough.
makes him flat-footed.
Evan, quick rules question.
Yeah.
Do I get to say hero point after he tells me it missed, or do I have to do it just based on what I saw on die?
Hero point for Pathfinder, you can do it as a reroll. I do know that for sure. That's how
All
it
right,
works.
does
in
21
society.
hit?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, glad I didn't use it. Alright, he's gonna take some sneak attack damage. 14 damage. Plus, this one is also poisoned, so he needs to make another fort save.
Okay.
Also, is the poison ongoing? From
Mine
fort-
is, yes,
Yeah.
so I'll need another fort save.
It's not. Is it at the end
That's-
of?
It'll be on his
user's
turn, so.
or- yeah. Okay.
Should he have had it on his last turn then?
That was onset round.
Ah, got it.
Okay. So will save is going to be, or fort save or will?
Fort save.
Fort save is going to be 21. 21.
Does that pass?
Probably.
Is that for me or for you?
For you, the poison.
He used another
Oh.
poisoned arrow.
Sword.
Oh, yeah. So the point that'll pass the poison save.
Okay.
The
Okay.
20.
Still does
I'm
the
gonna try and
damage,
attack him again.
though. What was the damage?
14.
14. Okay.
And I will attempt to attack him again. Well, I rolled significantly higher this time, so... Math is fun. 24.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's less damage this time. 13.
Okay. With that, you will take this person out. You're using a bow and arrow or a knife?
My short sword. I imagined I jump down, plunge it into his shoulder or something, and I ride him to the ground, and I pull it out again and stab him again.
Yeah,
until he
you
stops
just
moving.
deliver like 2 devastating blows like that, and he just like drops to a knee dramatically and then falls flat on the ground. Tell Patricia, I'm sorry.
I'll tell her you chose death. And I'm gonna turn and walk away.
Okay. It is their
Accurate.
turn now, though.
Does he have a picture in his?
That would be the end of my turn.
Okay. So,
Does he have a picture of her with it?
Hey man, we have disguise magic and shit.
Oh,
I'm
that is
Patricia.
not even close to what I was thinking with that. Holy shit.
So Ethrin joins you, Dimitri, and just kind of like presses his back against the wall, trying to stay out of range from the sniper in the roof. But
Go ahead.
yeah, but now that some time has passed, you can feel the ground begin to rumble again. You can hear the building behind you begin to moan with and strain and kind of like shift in ways it was never really meant to shift.
So where are you supposed to be to actually get this done?
Well, I need to be in the center, north of here in the wet market.
Fine. There's a barricade up there, though. I don't know if we can get past that.
Not on the street I'm on.
Yes, we'll have to figure something out.
Leave that to me. I pull out my talisman because it's on my belt pouch, but I have it for my next turn.
Okay. So, in addition to that, you all hear something loud begin to roll through the streets. Like you can kind of hear the reverberation of heavy wheels making its way on the other side of some buildings over the din of, like, you know, there's the people on the barricade now are just like kind of like slamming their swords against their shields, like, ah, come get us. You know, they're itching for a fight.
Oh, I thought they were singing, "Can you hear the people sing?" Of angry men.
You're on the wrong side for that song.
They don't break into chants. They're just like, you know, come get us. Show us what you got.
Show me what you got.
Is there
If we
anything I can
showed
say
them
that's
what
not
we
just an
had,
accidental reference? No.
That wouldn't be strategic. Much better to keep them guessing about what we.
So Rhea, well, not Rhea, Lysta, your back or side is currently exposed to a different building that you can. Is that on camera? Yeah, you can see on the top right. And you get spotted by them, and they're going to fire a shot at you.
Damn.
Go ahead and so does a 26 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a athletics check.
Athletics.
Yes.
Yeah.
You hit with a bola arrow or something?
Ew. 10?
Okay. So as you're kind of like sliding along this building, an arrow just like slams in, pinning. What's an article of clothing that you're wearing?
Cloak.
Okay. Pinning your cloak to the building. You can remove it and move freely if you spend an action removing it. You are also flat-footed until you remove it. Although, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove it. Look at that guy. Is it 30?
And now you're gonna get slick with blood.
Go blood wrestle these people. Just Hakan from Street Fighter. Oh, wrestle everybody. Greased up in the blood.
Like mud wrestling, but bloodier.
Yeah. And a lot
is
less
there-
sexy.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, can I get into the building that's right in front of me?
Yes.
Is there a window on the first floor that opens up to the barricade that's just like a straight line of sight?
Let's roll a d6 to find out. Yes.
Cool. How many actions does that show? Probably more than I have.
It'll take, looks like 30 feet of movement to get to the building, another, let's call it 30 to get to the window.
Okay, so, I'm gonna take 30 to get to the building. And then I'm going to hide.
Okay.
Use my last action to hide.
Sounds good. Why don't you roll stealth?
Uh, 25.
Okay, with a 25, you will get a 25 on your roll. I'll
I'll
tell you whether
feel
you
hidden.
succeed. Milo, you are up.
I'm gonna punch the glass window and crawl into this building.
Okay. You see that it is one of the lesser known taverns. There's chairs, empty chairs scattered everywhere, and it looks like the Tarnus have already ransacked the far side for all of the booze and liquor that would have been behind the bar.
Yes, I have.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is there any liquor here?
Any that would have been on the shelves would have fallen off with all of the shaking.
Molotov cocktails from the bar just for
I was
days.
gonna say, and then after all the fighting, we find Milo drunk in this bar. I got distracted, guys.
After that, I'm gonna make my way down the side of it, down inside the building to the other side, and see if I can hide and peek out a window to see how many people are at this barricade.
Okay. That is all of your movement. You see 2 people on top of the barricade and then 1 person in the window in the building that Lysta ran into.
Okay, and I'm hidden inside.
I don't think I ever made you roll a stealth check, so why don't you do that now?
Okay.
You
I was like,
rolled
is
one
that-
to break line of sight, but I didn't make you roll
Yeah.
one for being hidden.
All right, that is a natural 18, so a 28 again.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, you're kind
Hiding.
of I'll
I'm
give
the
you a
knight.
+2 circumstance. So you kind of position yourself underneath some of the tables to make your way over to the windows and just kind of stay against the backside to keep yourself from getting seen.
And this is why Piotr needs to take quiet allies.
Ymitri, it'll be your turn now.
Yeah, talking to Efren right there. I'm gonna. I haven't put the scroll case away, so I pull out the second scroll of haste and go. All right, and cast it on myself, and then third action, I grab that talisman I have, and go. Have you seen one of these before? I'm gonna get you over
no,
there,
it's
and
unfamiliar.
I disappear, and that's my turn.
You disappear by yourself?
Yeah, I use my talisman.
Okay, cool. End of your
I
turn.
can only go by myself, right?
End of your turn, you take 2 damage, I think it was.
It's at the start of my next turn.
Oh,
I
start
don't
of your
think
next
we've
turn. Fair
tried
enough.
it with more than one person.
Yeah,
We did. It didn't work.
yeah. I was like, it's just an individual thing. I was like, do I not know this?
Rhea,
All right.
you've climbed to the top of the building, and now you're underneath the, rotated 90 degrees. Hey, Anthrama,
I'm
find
gonna get
yourself
you over there.
underneath the base of this tower rising up from the building.
Okay. Yeah. So, how on fire is this building now?
This building, Piotr, did you make your check
Oh.
last turn?
It's a 3 again.
Okay, so you're still good. 1 or a 2 on a d8. So the building hasn't been consumed yet, but you can see that it's about to catch. You have maybe 6 seconds before it catches, and then there will be some more time before the building is fully consumed. That whole process will probably take a minute, but the guy will have to evacuate earlier.
Cool. I think I'm just gonna climb down, I guess, and just wait for him on the ground.
Don't forget your haste.
Yeah, I am hastened.
Oh, is that dude
Like a
coming down?
waste, but I don't want to climb on top of this burning building. That seems silly.
Seems badass.
It
I
seems
mean,
badass until I
damage
take
is
all
only
this
like
fire.
a d4 or a d6, something like that.
Pardon?
Damage is only like a d4 or a d6 per turn, so, how much health do you have?
We could stop, drop, and roll.
That is a thing.
Oh my god, everyone here is telling me, no, dude, climb up this burning building, and I'm susceptible to peer pressure.
It's
Well,
alright.
only the
Climb
room
up
is
this
on fire,
burning
so you just
building.
get in at a different point.
Okay, you start
I'm
climbing up
hated.
the building, and just because I really want this to succeed, go ahead and roll your athletics, and I'll give you a +2. Oh no, you already have a +2 circumstance. Never mind.
Cool, well, I rolled a 19 on die.
I think she made it.
Plus 11, no, 12 is 31.
31.
Okay. You make your way up. Let's see. What's your move speed?
40.
40
40?
feet.
Okay, yeah. You are level with the guy. I'm assuming that you're climbing up the one side of the building over from him so that you're not in shot's way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because otherwise he will take pot shots at you. But
Cool. Then I will, once I'm up, when he can't take pot shots at me, I will close the distance on him and Fury of Blows.
Sounds good. So you, let's see. So you said that you have 40 feet movement. It's half. So it's 1 turn to climb up, 1 more move to get like on the same side as him, and then you'll need 1 more move to get inside, and then you
And
can
she's
use 1
hasted.
turn.
Yeah, she can do that.
Sounds good.
Magic.
Cool. All right.
Man, that's some monk shit though.
Huh?
That's some monk shit though.
Yeah.
Some hasted monk shit.
You ever want to hear about fun crap monks have done? Look at the Sengoku Jidai. Gun monks, man. Gun monks.
Zooming in a little on my character sheet so that I can read it better.
Side note, like, I was listening to some of this music before the show to pick it out, and I was like kind of iffy on whether it would work, but I've been digging it. So,
I believe you.
Nice.
I suppose, yeah, most of you can't hear it.
All right. So that is a natural 18 plus my bonus of 13. 31 to hit for the first one.
31 to hit will hit.
And then
Does it
my
crit hit?
second flurry of
Yes.
blows strike
It
is
does.
a natural 1. So I'm glad the first one hit.
Your first one crit.
Oh, cool. Neat. Well, then I get to triple my damage, which is always fun. That's 10 points of damage. But he also needs to roll a saving throw against Stunning Fist.
Okay. That is a 20.
Yes. That's the exact DC, so.
Okay. How much damage was it?
Actually, no, it's not. Sorry, because we leveled up in my character sheet. I need to add the math manually, and I did that well
Should be
for my attacks.
If you're
but not
max,
my
you should be
DC.
21. Your DC.
So it's 21.
Yeah.
So he fails by 1.
Okay. But what was the damage?
Oh, it was 10 points of damage.
That's with doubling for crit.
Yep.
Cool.
I rolled really low.
Whew.
Okay, let me...
Sometimes you roll really low.
Always on a crit.
Yeah.
Always on a crit.
Both of my dice were below half.
Still have
of the
another
damage,
attack?
So.
Nope.
She missed that one already.
Oh,
So, Piotr, you kind of like hear some commotion from across the ways. Rhea just like can't say that animal. Just kind of like quickly climbs up the side of the building and then just does some monk flips and shits to just like careen in through the window, knocking the guy back and then just like slamming her fist into his face.
Your squirrel climbed.
Okay, I'm going
that
to.
one.
I'm not on ground level, am I?
You are on the second of 3 floors.
All right, I'm gonna.
The guy, let's see. Yeah, you killed him.
All right,
Okay,
and
if he's not dead yet.
that
could be.
one that Lice is by, is he on a similar level? Whatever. I'm just gonna jump out the window.
Okay.
yeah, the guy that I'm by is in the second floor of
It's
the
a
building I'm in.
16-foot drop, so you can just do that.
Okay, and I'm gonna run toward the barricade.
What's your move speed? 25?
25.
I'll let you move 2 squares.
All right, I'm gonna move 2 squares toward the barricade, and I'm gonna try and, if I can, get like to the can I move diagonal squares?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move 2 squares that I can move toward it.
Okay. I already moved you, so let's get that a little bit larger. Is that fine?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So, can you roll your d8?
7.
Okay.
Nice.
With that, you see that the flame finally begins to grow larger and begin to consume the thatch roof. And as you all are fighting, so like the scene has just been a series of you all darting across rooftops, doing acrobatic stuff, going up and down buildings, and the so far there's been a lot of sort of geological activity, a sort of tectonic shaking that's been putting a lot of stress on the world. This time, though, you just kind of hear this really loud groaning noise begin to consume just the entire area, just saturates it in this sort of ethereal noise.
Like TV static, but like 6 octaves lower.
It would actually be higher, pitched.
It's light blue, right?
Etherin is light blue, yes.
I'm also gonna gesture for him to follow me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. You don't know I'm right there.
Hey, can't see me.
Etherin will spend his turn getting out into the open, then, if that's what you want to do. The Tyrannus in the building, so this guy kind of has like a grizzled gray beard. He's clearly older in the force. And he's just going to like stagger back, surprised by this sudden encroachment in his personal space by Rhea. Very rude, by the way. And just start like firing arrows haphazardly. Like it's a longbow, so it's not meant to be used at this sort of close range. And it's pretty clear that Rhea has tempo on this guy, because his shots just go all over the place, anywhere but.
He really stormtroopers it up.
Yeah. He kind of like, it's so bad that as he's like walking backwards, trying to like get enough room between him and Rhea to like fully draw back, he like stumbles and falls over on his back with a very comedic thud. Lysta, you are up.
All right. I'm going to move to the window.
Yeah.
You're inside that building, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There are only 2 guys on the barricade.
Yeah, and they are just itching for a fight. They don't see you yet. They don't know that you're flanking them already.
Yeah, I'll just... Feels like a real fucking waste of that spell to use it here. I'll just electric arc their butts. They both need to make, Dex... reflex saves, I think?
First one fails. Second one passes. Probably.
That's 21 DC.
Yes, passes.
Alright.
We'll do them in order away from you.
There's not as well. It's meh. 12 points of damage.
Okay. So, is it half if they pass?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't say half, it just says basic reflex for saving throw. And
That's
usually
half.
it's just half, unless
Yep.
it specifies. Because I know Flaming Sphere specifically says, like, instead of half like normal, they just don't take any.
Okay. So, those two just kind of like, you see the lightning streak from your hand and just go straight into them. And this is actually, man is closer to you, and he's like this really young, like, he still has like the like college face, you know, it's like, you can tell that he's an adult, but like hasn't really grown into his adult form yet. And the second one,
Is that what we call this? This is my adult form.
I guess, I don't know.
This isn't even
You
my
just like,
final form.
okay. So after you hit like 25, you look the same until you are like 40. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is they
Challenge
are
accepted.
free then. I mean,
Um,
I did grow out a beard because apparently this is my way of, anime girl chopping off her hair at the end of Act 2.
I got you. Sakura's feelings.
Were you
Uh-huh.
crying the whole time you grew the beard?
Yeah.
Good.
I have questions.
You conditioned it so nicely.
So the
It's
second,
what gives his beard the luster you see on screen today.
the second one, the further one, is a woman with like short cropped blonde hair, and they're both wearing like really simple armor that is acting as an absolute conductor for this electricity, inflicting
Must
lots of
die.
pain. Oh hey, thanks for raiding, Diesel Shot.
Yeah.
Nice.
What is going on with that alert? And hey, I can't read that from here, Dr. Daniel Long.
He said A.
Hey!
Yeah, we're just here trying to stop the end of the world, so catching us at a good time.
It's really the end of Aquila, as we know it.
Fair. Aquila's
Leading
the
to the
main
world.
thing, but like
We're trying to die.
trying to die.
we're trying to not die. Ish.
Whose turn is it?
Yeah, it is. So Lysta, was that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So Milo, you are in this building and you can like kind of look out, the windows open into this dusty cobblestoned battlefield, and you just see the lightning like arc across those two soldiers that I was mentioning before. And yeah, you see that they're both pretty like, they don't have a lot going for them in the Constitution Department, and that took a chunk out of them.
Cool. Well, how far away is that from me? Like that barricade area?
150 feet.
So I'm going to try and go out on the tower side of this building
Okay.
and keep making myself hidden like along the buildings and go farther up that way to try and flank around the north side of these.
Okay, I'll put you there.
Like
That good?
ideally staying hidden, yeah.
Okay.
If I can be hiding there.
Stealth makes you move at half speed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be 25, so 12 feet times 3 is 36, so...
I can move like a square and stay hidden.
Yeah.
I mean, is the rain helping at all with the hiding?
Yeah, but you still have to,
Yeah.
So, Ymitri, you are in the Shadow Realm. You are in the Upside Down. You are in this alternate dimension, hidden from everyone. What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm going to go towards the building that Lysta is in and kind of press myself up against it. That's going to be my first stride action. And so the people
first
that
and
she
second.
just okay. The people that she just hit, are they adjacent to each other?
People that she just hit, they are not.
They're in a
are-
line from each other.
Yeah. They're
Okay.
in like, so they're about, 20 to 30
and they're
feet apart.
inside the building. Like I'm not
Nope,
like
they are not. They are standing out on barricades. So it's like it's a bunch of piled up chairs and tables and other stuff. You can actually see inside the Lysa's also in another like tavern type building, and they've been like taking out chairs from there. Yeah, we're going all
if
French Revolution on this
if I
shit.
unstealth right there, would I be seen?
If you unstealth, if you leave
Like left the Shadow Realm.
left the Shadow Realm, yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my third stride and I'm going to stand adjacent to the male figure, or the one that's further from Lysta. I mean,
That's the
You
lady.
do not have that
Yeah.
much movement.
I'm hasted.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay, so that's 3 strides. So I'm ooh. Can I be in the kind of like the diagonal up in that spot? Like I don't want to be like in the square next to the second one. Like put me.
How much movement
like-
do you have? You've already moved twice, so
Yeah, so I have 4 actions.
Yeah, you've moved twice. How
I'm
much
moving the
movement do
third
you
time.
have? How much
Because
movement?
I'd rather not be in that square. I
What
want to
is
be
the
in a
number of
different
feet?
25.
Oh, 25. Yeah.
Yeah, so each one of these squares is 30 feet. So
Okay.
you moved one square to get a little ways from Lysta, down to the bottom left of where you were. The one that you're in right now would be the second square of movement.
I didn't want to go to that square. I wanted to go to a different one that's still adjacent to her, but kind of like make an L shape with me, the two bad guys that Lysta just hit, and me. Like I'm the corner of the L.
Yeah. So you were over here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
My
That's
token
about
was
as
like
good as you can
not
do.
there, but okay.
It's a
So
big
that's my 3
battlefield.
strides, and then my fourth stride then is gonna get me. I'd like to get into that next spot, like next to those people, like one more up.
Yeah, you can be
Yeah.
like in their same square because it's such a big
Yep,
area.
that's my turn.
Okay,
I took my damage.
cool. Rhea, so you're duking it out with this guy, and he's not doing a good job. He's on his ass.
He's peeing himself.
He's
Not
scared.
yet.
The roof's on fire.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, the roof's on fire. You can like start to taste the ash in your mouth. The tower is still swaying from like all the seismic activity that's been going on.
Okay, I think it's probably, maybe I'll do one more round of attacks and dip out.
Sure. You don't have to move or anything.
Cool. I will, flurry of blows. My first one is a 21 to hit.
21 to hit will hit.
And then my second one is a natural one again. Oof.
Okay. And yeah, Diesel Shot, so I made this in an incarnate, which was weird, and it was an experiment, and it's not been the best, but it's worked. It's been really hard to figure out how far everything is when you're trying to say okay, so this is below and this is above, but it looks pretty.
It certainly does look pretty.
I think we'll have the actual map without all the grids on our Instagram up pretty soon. So check that out, Fantasticide on Instagram. So how much damage did you do?
Oh, I did 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Only one less than my crit last round. And then he has to roll to see if he's stunned by Stunning Fist again.
That will fail. It
Nice.
might even crit fail. It was a
Crit
fort
fail?
save, right? And it was a DC 20...
21.
21.
So it was 10. So yeah, crit fail.
Oh, that means he can't move at all next round.
Yep.
Right on.
I sure hope the flaming roof doesn't collapse on him as I exit this building.
Yeah.
That's some evil shit.
Yeah,
You went
so
and stunned the dude and the building falls.
you just kind
That's
of
not evil. That's neutral.
You just kind of Ty Lee him while he's on the ground, and you can see that all of his limbs go limp, and he drops his bow. With
I
a
don't
clatter.
have to kill him, but I don't have to save him either. That is
I appreciate that.
Batman knowledge right there, sir. I'd like to see you, Evan, fight me with Batman quotes in this point.
Piotr.
Can't.
So we're going to wrap up here, and if anybody is interested in How to End the World, our viewer stream game, register your interest now, because we're going to be heading out soon otherwise. I will leave the information up in a sec, but it is Piotr's turn.
I'm gonna guide Ethrin down that alley that is not barricaded off.
The one that Lysta went down before?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Are you hasted?
No.
You
I do have 30-foot movement.
get that far.
Okay. And I assume Ethrin goes after me and then follows me?
Yeah, Ethrin should also have 30 feet of movement since he's an elf.
Okay. So things have been looking pretty grim so far, right? The ground's been shaking. There's blood that's been falling from the sky this whole time. You're all soaked red and congealed like congealed blood, and you know you can just
Wanna be.
smell iron everywhere. It's just like stuffing its way inside your nostrils. But things get even worse. Lightning begins striking down from the sky, just all over, setting several buildings on fire. And I'll actually just mark them with the right time. Also, can you roll your d8, Piotr?
5.
I don't know how well that shows up.
Not great.
It does not. I'll figure out a better way for next week. But yeah, the buildings like start on fire, all that fun stuff. And the clouds overhead, they've just been like slowly kind of rotating faster and faster as all of this has been going on. And you can see a hole open up. But instead of daylight, which is what you would expect, maybe like the last minutes of daylight, you just see this kind of pitch black swirling miasma in the sky. And that is where we're going to leave off.
Right on.
All right.
Cool. Okay, Soul. Yeah, of course. If anybody else is interested, we are going to switch over to that now. Just let me know, because it is a whole thing.